I can shout oh, every day palava. Now it's in the album we dey talk about. I can shout oh, every day palava. No, 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 every day palava. Now it's in the album we dey talk about. I can shout oh, every day palava. Yeah, 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 every day palava. No, 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 it's in the album we dey talk about.
Hello my people, now welcome to this our show they call I Can Shout. Today I get our brother here, our special brother Efe Onos Onoyona Olorogun. We be the CEO of Ono Star Auto World Incorporated, waiting for Atlanta, for here for Georgia. Now you go follow me host this show. And the topic we want talk, na topic wey dey cause wahala for house. Topic wey be say husband and wife supposed to look about themselves first. The thing be say, who person mama supposed to be Omugwo? Na the man mama, abi na the woman mama. So now your husband mama supposed to do Omugwo, abi na your mama go come do Omugwo. Now the thing we want talk today, make we see as e go.
Every day palava, every day palava. Now it's in the album we dey talk about.
My people, how you dey be now? My name na TC Okafor, aka TC Virus, aka Oga Director, aka One Neck Otoya. Wetin I carry come? The show na I Can Shout. Can you shout? You know be shout now. You don't subscribe? Bridget John TV. Now where you dey share? Go and subscribe. Make you dey feel the banking.
I can shout every day palava, yeah, 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 every day palava. No, 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 it's in the album we dey talk about.
Hello my people. Today I get my brother here, Efe Onos Onoyona Olorogun, wey be CEO of Ono Star Auto World Incorporated, wey dey for Atlanta here. Topic wey we wan talk today na one very serious topic wey be say e fit cause wahala for marriage o. But before that time, I want make my brother Onos make he tell us na motor he dey sell, correct motor wey be say e dey enter eye, dey twitch eye. Make he tell us how we go fit, make him go fit help us buy motor if we dey for, say as una go dey for Nigeria or anywhere wey una dey for this world. How we go fit, how una go fit do wey go help una buy motor? Make he tell us. So no abeg greet our people.
My people, I greet you now. This motor business, I know say many of una wey dey Nigeria and I don't get bad experience with the way we be say una go trust people, send them money, make them buy motor. But Onostar Auto World is different. We go deliver your motor come your house as far as say you pay waiting our price be. So if you want contact us, just email info@yahoo.com. From there matter go start. So if you dey interested in buying used or brand new cars from the state here, we will deliver to you without problem. My sister.
I say when I don't hear am, so this man na person wey I don't know, he don tey. You know, now one of the people wey dey for this America, we don work to the place where e dey so today. So una fit trust am with una motor, say okay una wan buy motor, una go contact am, we go give una better motor. No be anyhow wey be say one thing don do am, na car wey they don damage for here before they come carry am come for house. So today, as we don talk that one now, make we go talk topic of what we want to talk today. Be say, Efe, who supposed to do Omugwo? Na the husband mama, abi na the wife mama? Na be the topic we want to do today, because that's a fit cause wahala.
They cause, not be say fit.
So who you think say supposed to do Omugwo?
Well, you see, na woman wey carry pikin, na him know who he go fit dey comfortable with. Like I dey always dey talk, whether na your papa, whether na your mama, your sister, your daughter, 2 women, not dey fit dey stay house.
Na true, na true.
If your pikin grow reach stage wey be say e don begin do im own thing, you go see say una two go dey fall out. No matter how, but if na boy, you fit manage am, but 2 women no go fit stay house. So Omugwo na temporary thing, but either the man husband or the woman mama, I mean the man mama or the woman mama, anybody fit come do Omugwo. The problem be say, does the wife at home have good relationship with the mother-in-law?
Then another waka.
So that one na be the problem, because if you look statistical, my people, not be saying I'm me, most mother-in-law and their daughter-in-law, they no dey agree.
They no dey agree.
And you know one thing, my sister, now na una self wey be women now. When una don reach that stage too, una go begin gbege una own son wives. Meanwhile, una no dey gree make una husband mama gbege una.
But you see, as you talk am from the beginning, say 2 women when they dey for inside one place. E be like say na 2 captain wey dey one control one boat. E no go work. Everybody go just fall inside the water, drown for inside the canoe. But then again, how much power the man dey get to decide say, because some men fit talk say no, my mother is coming, na mama na go do the Omugwo.
You see, for me, I no get that kind of experience, because I no get that kind of experience. But me really believe say na woman, na go say na this one I want to, or this one na I want. You understand? You will be man, you no go fit understand wetin woman dey go through
for that department.
For that department, you see, women they get their own vibes. So you no go bring house help. I just dey talk of na Omugwo kind of thing. You no go bring somebody wey go dey give your wife stress, wey no go make your wife dey happy, say you wan call help. That one no be help again.
You wan come cause wahala. You wan come cause wahala, because true to that thing, e dey cause wahala. I think say e good make people dey discuss this kind matter even before children come. Don't they already dey talk this kind matter, make una know where wahala wan come, where disagreement wan come, make una discuss am. Because some people, na when the mama don enter house, the in-law don enter house, na the fight wan start o.
Na so na if you no dey the house, fight no go start now.
But we dey come, make we go hear wetin our outside people wan talk, our brother and sister dem wey dey for outside. Make we ask them that question too. Make we see wetin dem go talk. We go be right back.
Everyday palava. Now wetin dey happen we dey talk about. I can't shout
We don dey market now. May we follow mama talk, may we hear her input. Inside man or woman, which person mama suppose go Omugwo?
Na the woman mother na suppose go Omugwo.
Okay. Why you talk like that?
Why I say so? Because if the mother of the boy go, he no suppose go, because the mother of the girl na him go fit take care of the pikin, massage am, wear water for am, heat himself. But I know go no go, na he go fit reveal, na the girl go fit reveal secret for. He no go fit reveal secret give him husband mother. Because if the mother of the boy go, na long throat he go.
For 2 of them, na the girl mother supposed to come Omugwo, no be the man mama supposed to come. Because the man mama, he also born girls. When be say the day where their girls go born, she go also go Omugwo for there. So I believe say na the girl mama na he supposed to come Omugwo.
Inside man or woman, which person mama you feel say make she come for Omugwo?
Both of them will come for Omugwo, but the mother of the woman should come first. When she finish and goes, the other one will come. It's good, it's better like that, so that there will be no quarrel.
As it is, na the woman mama
na him suppose come because na she dey used to the woman when get the house. Na she suppose come. Two of them go fit dey rapport well for the house. But in the case when be say maybe the woman mama no dey, the man mama fit come. Depends on the relationship between the husband and the wife. As for me for here, my mother dey come, my mother-in-law dey come. Sometimes two of them dey even come the same day, and nobody go know say this one na A abi this one na B. So e no be wetin suppose dey cause quarrel for home, but under normal circumstances na the woman mama suppose come.
The person when I feel say he go come for Omugwo na the girl mama. My reason be say the girl mama na he born the woman when give birth, and now she suppose baff am. Now she know her daughter very well during that Omugwo so that she can rest.
It depends on relationship with mama and the pikin gets. You understand? If the man and the wife get good rapport together, that means say as the man at the head of the house, he no get anything with the bad make the man mama come do Omugwo. He no get anything with the bad because the man na be the head of the house. You understand? So it depends on the relationship where the two person get. No be something where they tight like that. So na so me I take see.
Na the girl mama now. Why the but sometimes the boy mama fit come o, but mostly na the girl mama supposed to come because she's the one that trained the girl. There's some things she can talk to her freely, but not everybody. Not the boy mama can talk to her, but she not understand her full well than her mother. So I prefer the girl mama to come home.
Well, both mothers suppose go for Omugwo as a mother, but I prefer that they're supposed to come to an agreement. If you go this one for the first time, the other mother fit go, the husband mama fit go the next one. Make it not be like saying only one the girl mama, because naturally na the girl mama na people they look say na go always go for Omugwo. Make it not be saying only one side.
Wife mama they come first. The wife mama come finish, go. Husband mama fit come visit, go see your grandchild. So now say it.
Well, for my own tribe, the girl mama na they go Omugwo. But if you say make me talk for my own, if you say make me talk, I believe say the two parents suppose come. If the boy mama come, if he stay finish, he go. The boy mama go come because two of them na get pikin.
And the girl mama, my reason now, the girl fit no understand the mother-in-law, but you go understand the mama, and the mama know your daughter very well. Like me as I did so, now me go my daughter Omugwo. You understand? Another person no fit go my Omugwo, now me go my Omugwo. You understand? But if I dey give birth, when I dey give birth, I'm my mother-in-law because I no get mama, and my mother-in-law they good to me. So they do Omugwo for me and they do am well. But when we understand the no day between the mother-in-law and the daughter, they no go fit stay the house. They go dey quarrel all the time. So now.
Okay, now welcome back, my people. We now don't hear waiting our outside brother and sister they talk. Say as this Omugwo people matter, they cause wahala sometimes. So we say the daughter now that the wife, you know, go come happy with the mother-in-law. Wahala go come there, and you know the bad thing now be say when this wahala come like this, and the husband dey for the center. Because now, if you be say that the husband mama come to Omugwo, when he and the wife and the mama come fight, who he want choose?
Well, I mean, na normal thing now. All these things the way they happen, na individual differences too. Because woman wey get better mind, e know say a mother-in-law no go come stay forever. If you wan come look pikin for 1 month or 1 week or 2 weeks, try endure any wahala.
No, but I think where the problem dey come sometimes, you know, say as we women, when we say you don't get belle, you don't plan and say na so you go do the pikin, na so you go do the pikin, na so you go do am. Now, mother-in-law come dey, even it can happen for the two sides. It can either happen say na the husband mama go come dey do im own style, im own kind thing, as e be say, oh, na so our family dey do am, or if e be say na the woman mama go dey do, wey the husband go dey look say, wait a minute, oh, I no gree this kind waka. E just be like say maybe I don't know how Akata people dey do, but for the matter, but you know, say as our when we born pikin, wey they go take the hand, they go bend and go here, they go twist the pikin hand, they go carry the pikin, they go shake and like this. If na say na Akata husband you come get, you see where you dey bend your pikin here and there. If you come cause say, but I don't want kill in pikin.
Na so e be na, but the fact be say all those things dem to me no be serious matter. When you dey for Rome, you behave like the Romans. For here where we dey, they no dey throw pikin. Na be one thing wey na dey even dey tell people. Back home, they go press you, do this, do that, squeeze your leg. The children wey they born for here, where they no dey squeeze their neck, they no dey survive. They dey survive. So the matter be say, me, all those things I not take them as one thing they rub them, they do this, they do that. Pikin go dey cry. Leave am, he go do all those kind things them. Me, I'm not really sent. As far say you born pikin wey dey strong, God bless you with strong pikin wey no get any issue. Na God you go thank. So Omugwo or no be Omugwo, mother-in-law, father-in-law, it not be the problem. But the thing be say, as a man, you want make your wife happy. So any person wey go come wey no go make her happy, you go use your discretion for that matter. I know they say me you pursue your mother, but use your discretion.
No, but you know say sometimes this matter then, no be thing wey I don't get person wey be say before he born pikin, he and the mother-in-law nice, everything segeme, everything just dey go, you know. Now when he come born pikin, mother-in-law come say he dey come one do Omugwo. And the things wey the mother-in-law, like he get agbo, he get this, he get all those kind of things wey go give the pikin. The mama be say, he no gree this one. Now that one I just come be wahala. Mother-in-law maybe they think say, this thing, if I give the pikin from small pikin, I go make am strong, I go do this. The girl maybe modern day age mother now go say, no, not for my pikin. I don't fit give am. I go where I don't know where the leaf come from or make one thing come do. So wahala now, that kind of thing now come cause big wahala.
Now the man na be the fault now.
How the man say be the fault?
Because the man suppose let him mama know say, this my pikin no be your own. Na my pikin. And na this woman, na me and her born am. We no want agbo. We no want this, we no want that. So if you give me, fine, I dey here. But now you and my papa take that decision. Now me and my wife, all those agbo, all those med, you know, all those things that they are dangerous in some ways that we don't even know. So the fact be say, if now that one they cause problem, I feel say na the man, because the man not dey straighten him mama.
You don't talk about that. The man get to straighten him mama. That
yes,
one
because
say,
you see, my sister.
They go say na the woman. They go say you don't use say
no, na anything when they want talk, they fit talk. But for this modern age where we dey so, every human being suppose dey stand for wetin they believe. Me and you no go born pikin finish, another person go come talk how we want to raise am. Na me and you, if e good o, e bad o, na me and you go fall put.
Na true.
So if that one go cause quarrel for me I feel say the man need to straighten things up.
Now to make I talk before say e good that kind waka make your husband and your wife make una don discuss the matter say because you know one thing wey dey even dey do our people be say 99th hour last minute come na dey be oyibo person go don plan everything when they don dey do boyfriend girlfriend they don already plan how they want to do before they even go born pikin. E get somebody wey I know wey tell me say if he marry him wife he no wan born till after like 5 years he wan enjoy the woman. Because true when children come na a different story. You know the woman go neglect the man. You know even the answer that the man eat drink water anything na say he go just dey do say na the baby every talk wey he wan talk na the baby talk everything wey he wan do na the baby talk. You know they no go get chance to go out they no do anything. You know so all those kind of things make husband and wife dey sit down talk the matter. You know the only problem is say sometimes when woman start to dey talk that one now when you dey do boyfriend girlfriend go say yeah I think we didn't talk of marriage. We're not talking marriage. Why are you talking like this? Why are you talking like that? You come like say, oh, now you want to push the man, may go marry you.
The fact be say anything where they talk before, you know go still work because you know why things they change.
But when I know what we
now you they are they tell you
change for relationship now.
They so the way where the you know remember in those days when we come this country they don't get cell phone.
For us.
A cell phone all day now. Now pager we they use now.
Hey, no, cell phone don't day, but you know plenty like this, not be like this.
The cell phone where they now those big ones.
Now those big ones, Motorola
but
big.
Now they say you know they common.
No,
like
it
that.
not be like now.
So
like
things they modernize. These days now, so many things you go just see online. Or see for that one thing when they watch Instagram. Everything does change. So anything we wanna discuss, say we go talk this before we marry or we go do this, forget that thing. The thing be say as the situation dey now, na so I go take deal with am. My own belief be say man wey and woman wey born pikin, na they go decide how they want to raise am. Omugwo wey come suppose sit down help look not become take decision or come run things for inside house.
So that means say if the man mama wan come now the man go know how he wan take style take hit him mama say mommy you know wetin I know say you dey come help o but this na our
as my wife want am
as
make
we
e be
want
like that
make everybody for happy.
Not be for everybody to happy make it be like that say as you dey call so you be my mama nobody go fit take your place but remember say this house where you dey call so woman dey
na another woman house.
Na another woman house because you now you dey run my papa house for that side. This one now na
let us run
my wife. So if you tire let me know I go give you money to transport go make wahala no dey. No, I'm just saying but the fact is that you know things like that when you straighten things from like that beginning. Problem no go dey.
Yes.
Because you no go come another person house whether be your pikin or be your brother or be your sister you no go come run another person house. And you wey be man wey don marry you marry to another woman una two fit dey get una internal gbege o because una go dey disagree dey agree that one is understandable. Yes. But say outside I wan come tell you how I want to run the house me I no be that kind man I no like am.
Exactly. So my brother and my sister una don hear this thing o wey we dey talk all these things wey my brother Onos talk so na really serious important point o wey our men suppose to take into consideration and our mother-in-law too dem both whether na husband or wife suppose to take into consideration as you dey run your own house for your husband house the woman wey you dey come inside your own house wan come do whether na your pikin or na say na your son wife you go still give am respect say na her house When I hear what our outside people talk too as well. So we want make una think this thing. Make it no be say na go come cause trouble wey be say family now no go wan see wife again because he say oh he do mother-in-law anyhow. When he be say na mother-in-law come in own camp, in own territory, in own barracks. One come do say na him be the major wey dey for inside. You know?
Maybe the matter wey we dey discuss.
Alright, so my people, when I don't hear the matter, but before we go abeg, make una subscribe to this our channel wey we dey call I Can Shout. Like us too, and that agogo wey dey there, that notification bell, make you push am so that anytime we release any ogbonge matter, una go be the first people wey go dey hear the thing. Until that time when we go meet again for another correct episode of I Can Shout. Now me here, your girl, your sister Bridget, and my brother wey dey for here, Efe Onos. Now 2 of us dey here where we say we can shout.